So now on to other tips. Tip number 8, use the color palette of your client. So this is a trick that basically subtly demonstrates that you know the client and subliminally kind of tells them that you're part of the team, you want to be part of the team. And what people often get wrong is that they think when they're producing things for their client is that they should slap their name on everything because it's all about getting their brand out there. Not the case. Really, in consulting, it's all about making your client look good. So if you do all the work, you hand it to your consultant and they put their name on it and it's a home run, then you've done your job well. The thing about this particular tip is that the more your client feels like you're already a part of their team, definitely the easier it will be for them to say yes to your proposal. So that goes back to building the relationships, being friendly with the clients, and the networking I mentioned earlier. You apply that with producing documents that looks and feels like one of their own. It will make it so much easier for them to say yes when you go to ask them to pay you for your services. So tip number 9. So this tip isn't related to deliverables. However, it is something that is often overlooked but much appreciated when you do it. So this tip involves adding an international dial-ins for clients abroad. For me personally, I have been working with clients lately in Beijing, Ireland, Singapore, India, and one of the big things I coach my team on is know your audience, include that local dial-in for them. Because the truth of the matter is, while when people are in the office, they can call anywhere, especially with these time zone differences, people aren't always in the office. Sometimes they're on the go. They're calling from their car to try to get the most out of their commute time, or they're calling at home because there's a 13-hour time difference and this call really needs to happen. And to be honest, when I look around in the office, the landline is still not the first choice for many people on how to dial in a conference calls, because they may need to leave their desk. Maybe they start the call at their desk so they can use their hands-free device, and then they take it and they're on the go. So big difference. Your clients will definitely notice it. And a bonus tip, if you include the iPhone, Droid, and BlackBerry one-touch dialing format in your meeting invites, your clients and anyone you interact with, they'll just love you even more. It makes it so much easier for people to dial in. You won't have someone emailing you saying, "Oh, I don't know where the dial-in is," or, "Oh, can you send me the local dial-in number? I'm at home." I've seen this happen a number of times. You do this up front, they'll know you're serious and that they know you really understand client service. Tip number 10. This is probably this may be the most important, right? So this involves the numbers that you're presenting to the client. So for this case, footing and cross-footing all numbers. So mathematical errors tend to be the kiss of death. When you go in and a client or your manager finds something wrong with your numbers, it becomes a huge credibility issue, right? So, for example, down below here, what's wrong with this picture? I have a table that shows work location, billable hours, total hours, and then a billable percent. On the surface, it looks good. 8 divided by 80 is 10%, 60 divided by 80 is 75%. And then when I look down the column, 10% plus 75% definitely equals 85%. But the due diligence hasn't been checked here. Something is wrong with this picture, right? And it's the 85%. 68 divided by 160 is not 85%. So if you're just doing like a cursory review and you put this in front of a client and a client catches that, everything you've done up to that point is going to be called into question. I've already seen it the case internally as an industry worker and also as a client. I've seen people not catch things and mistakes get caught by the highest person in the review chain, which is never a good look for the person that prepared the document, and really not for the reviewer either if there's been multiple levels of review and it still hasn't been caught. So those are the 10 quick things that are something you can do today, and I promise you they will make a major impact on your branding as a consultant. So go in and you try them, print this out, or I sent you the cheat sheet. Actually, print that out with a checklist and make sure you're doing those 10 things, and then watch how your reputation kind of changes.